Place to start. So Denive, Balmforth, firstly, how good is it to be back at Hull FC?
Yeah, really, really pleased to be back. Obviously, be back playing and going over to France and getting some valuable game time it's done nothing but a world of good for me, and yeah, it's good to be on.
How much do you feel you gained then from that time in France?
It was massive for me. I think at this stage in my career, I have to be playing regularly at the highest level possible. And then the opportunity came around to go out there and play. So it's kind of something I couldn't really say no to get that valuable experience. So yeah, I think it's been massive in terms of, for my personal development on and off the pitch.
Obviously, you've been out on loan from Hull FC before so far in your career, but how different was this? Clearly, you're in France, different language, different culture, albeit still playing rugby league.
Yeah, it was a bit crazy at first. It all happened quite quick, really. I got a phone call on a Wednesday, and then on the Thursday morning I was flying out and trained Friday, played the Saturday, so it all happened quite quick. But yeah, it's a beautiful place to be, the south of France, and yeah, I really enjoyed my time there.
And how much did it do for you to get a consistent run in Super League as well by going to Catalan?
Yeah, it was really good. Obviously, we were struggling for performances and wins over there, but ultimately I was there to get game time and kind of develop myself. So it was really good for me, yeah, on a personal level.
How do you feel you developed then?
Different opinions, different coaches, different ways of playing. It's all good information for me to take in into my own game and develop. Obviously, Joel Tompkins, he's been around the game for many years and both codes, and very knowledgeable man, and he taught me a fair bit. And
So at the weekend, Warrington, first game back in black and white, and you seemed to hit the ground running. Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I loved every minute of it. I was kind of G'd myself up to play the best I can. I had a bit of a point to prove back at the MKM. I want to cement my spot in this 17 for the future. So long may that continue, and hopefully I can keep performing like that at a consistent level.
And you've got a battle still on your hands, though, for that shirt. How much are you relishing that?
It's only a good thing, isn't it? Having people fighting for the sport gets the best out of everyone. It's obviously Amir comes back in this week, and anyone can get that 9 shirt, but as long as I'm in that 17, I'm happy.
In general, how different has this season been compared to previous years?
It's been, I can't really comprehend how different the environment and the people that have come in and just the general thing about the place. It's on a completely different level, and I think obviously that's shown on the pitch as well. And then obviously you've got off the pitch, the club's going in the right direction in terms of the fans and the stuff that we're doing back with the community. So yeah, it's only going forward, this place.
And what's it been like for you working with John Cartwright? Yeah,
amazing, really good. Obviously another knowledgeable man who's been around the game for a long time, and it's only his first year, and I think everyone's learnt so much off him already.
Learning continues potentially this weekend, coming up against Catalan. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it'll be a bit strange, won't it? It'll be a bit of a weird one, but I'm a Hull FC player. I've got a job to do. We still have potentially getting in the top 6. So everyone's main focus is getting the win, and obviously some things are a bit out of our control. But we have to win this game to put us into that bracket of being in the top 6. So that's what we're going to do.
You must feel pretty confident, particularly after this performance at the weekend just gone, that you can make that top 6, albeit, as you say, not entirely in your own hands.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the results outside of this place, that's out of our control. But as long as we win and do what we can do, that's all we can do, really. But yeah.
And as for you coming up against Catalan, obviously going to know them far better than the majority of players in black and white this weekend. Do you feel that gives you any kind of advantage at all?
A little bit. I know the players and how they like to play, but I wouldn't say it gives us more of an advantage. I think everyone kind of plays a similar style of rugby these days anyway. I think it's just going to be who wants it more on the day, and I think obviously we've got probably a little bit more to play for than Catalans do at this moment in time, so yeah.
And coming up against, I guess, well, obviously former teammates, but making friends out there, is it going to be bizarre coming up against people that maybe took you under the wing while you were over there?
Yeah, it'll be strange playing against them, but you know, these things happen, and I'm actually quite looking forward to it. So being I do play, so yeah.
Right, Denive, first 35 minutes then, your first stint on Saturday, I mean, you just backed up the try assist for Aidan, defensively as well, no missed tackles. Is that up there with the best you've had for Hull FC in Super League so far?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think I've mentally got myself in a place where I had to kind of do the tough stuff and, you know, be that hooker, when now I know that I can do that for a longer period of time than I probably had before. It's only beneficial for me.
Is that in part down to what the club's done in pre-season? Obviously I know you've been going to Thailand and working on your fitness as well, but in terms of what the club and the environment change you mentioned, has that helped as well?
Yeah, definitely. And I think with me going out on loan as well and playing regular game time, you know, if I was to say I wasn't playing and then I was chucked in the deep end to play, I probably wouldn't have been able to play as big a minutes as I did.
Do you prefer starting or coming off the bench then? Because you've done a bit of both in your career, haven't you?
It doesn't really make a difference to me. As long as I play and I can have a positive impact on the game, then I'm not too fussy.
What was Cartwright's message to you on Saturday then, starting the game? 'Cause it was a very disciplined performance, wasn't it, team-wise, before you opened up a little bit?
Yeah, ride the wave in the first 20 minutes, which we did. They threw a lot at us and we defended pretty well. Obviously kept them to no tries. But for me personally, it was to kind of prove that I can do it and, you know, keep turning up defensively, because at the end of the day, that is the downside to my game, the defence side of things, and being a hooker, you know, that's the priority of what you strive to play. Yeah.
You must be happy with defensive contributions on Saturday. You know, you look at the stat sheet and you was faultless, so that bodes well.
Yeah, I just kept doing what I kept turning up, kept moving off the ball. Something that I will carry on to keep trying to work hard and get better at.
Something, obviously I know some coaches have been quite vocal about it in the past, but I'm sure that makes you determined to nail that side of the game and just become, I mean, you're still only young, people forget that, don't they? Yeah. So, you know, become an all-round hooker and, you know, add new balls to your game and also, you know, get better levels to it as well.
Yeah, I think everyone's got faults to the game, no one's perfect, and yeah, mine is my defensive movements and the technical side of things, where I step into contact, openly honest and say that it's not my greatest attribute, but, you know, keep trying and I'll get there one day. But
with the ball, speaks for itself, doesn't it? I mean, backing up Harvey. I mean, how did you keep up with him for starters? Because he's a flyer on the right wing, isn't he?
Faster than him, that's why. He's not quicker than me.
Do you reckon you got him in a 100-metre race at training?
Maybe over 40, I don't know. After 100, I might be blowing a bit.
You got a Marvez one for pre-season content. I'll send you the invoice later. But yeah, obviously, you know, you've been very vocal about what this club means to you, and obviously you signed a long-term deal at the start of this year, so there's a big chance to really, you know, knuckle down, good pre-season, and come next year and say, you know what, that 9 shirt's mine, I want it. Yeah, definitely. I think I was kind of in from the start this year. I had a quite good pre-season, picked up an injury, when was it, against Huddersfield? I can't remember what round, but it was fairly early on into the season and probably didn't handle that the best I could have done, being injured. So yeah, it was all a learning curve. Now I know what to do if, God forbid, I do get injured again, and keep myself in good nick and whatnot. But yeah, another big pre-season, and I'm fighting for that shirt. Onwards and upwards.
Definitely.
Cheers, mate.
Tap.
Hi, Denive. Obviously been at Catalans for the last 3 months, come back here. Tell us some things that you've learned from your time over in Catalan.
The bread's really good over there. I'm not sure, to be honest. it was a weird, how do I say, it was, they're going through probably quite similar to what we were going through last year in that transition period, and people are leaving, people are coming in. So personally, I don't believe it was like the best version of Catalan that I'd have experienced, but I was there to play rugby and do my job and get noticed back here because I am a Hull FC player. I'm signed here. Yeah.
And obviously coming up against the Catalans this week, would you be giving Carty any insights into their formation structures, players, etc., or is that something that's unethical to pass that information on?
It's a bit unethical, but you've got to do what you've got to do to win. So we'll see.
Especially if you want to nail down that number 9 shirt.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be giving him inside info.
So, and in terms of Warrington, I think it's 3 tries against them this year. I think he scored twice against them for Catalan. Coming off the bench and obviously scoring at weekend against them. Do players have teams that they favour playing or think that they can produce a little bit more against them?
Yeah, I don't know. I always play quite well against Warrington. Probably because I had a bit of a point to prove, come up through their scholarship system and whatnot. But yeah, no, I've got a good track record with it against them, so I'll make that continue as well.
Good, and all the best this week.
Thank you, mate.
Hi, Denive. Were you getting plenty of feedback from this place while you were out there?
Yeah, I had regular phone calls with Lasty mainly, because obviously he's the defence coach and he was watching my games and regularly getting back to me on what went well, what went not so well. Yeah, Carty was in touch as well.
And obviously, look, you were brought back quite hastily after the suspensions, but what was your message? What was their message? Sorry, when you got back.
Can't remember. No, just kind of come in and nothing's changed from when I went out on loan. Come in, do a job, and try keep my spot in the team.
As you say, it wasn't the ideal Catalans team that you'd want to be stepping into, but they've made big changes next season. How do you see it going for them?
I wish them all the best. I've met some really good people over in Catalan, and like I said before, it's similar to what it was like here last year in the transition period. A lot of people moving on and a few lads retiring, but no, I wish nothing but the best for the lads over there.
And just lastly, what does next season look like for you?
I want to be in the 17. I want to be playing regularly for Hull FC. I've signed a new contract here, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be in the team. So that's my main priority, to cement my spot into this team and get some success.
Hi, Denive. Scored against Warrington on Saturday. Is that an essence of showing, this was the right decision for me to go over to Catalan and get some game time, and here I am, I'm fully match fit and I'm scoring tries?
Yeah, I think the main thing, like I said before, is the defence side of things, and the tries will come as long as I put myself in that picture. And I think the main thing for me was the defence, and I think I held my own.
And looking at this week, obviously everybody's hoping for a miracle at Salford, for Salford to do Hull a favour. But how much, looking at Thursday night, because obviously you're playing on a different day to Wakey, how much does that help focus the mind, the fact that, we've got a job to do first to put that pressure on Wakefield? Yeah,
it's I say it's out of our control, but we have to beat Catalan to be even in the conversation. So that's our priority, get the job done on Thursday night, and whatever happens when they do play, we've done all we can.
And when they went over to Leeds and won at the weekend, did it surprise you at all? Is that something that you saw coming?
No, they're a good side. They're well drilled, and they work hard for each other. I think that's something that Joel's installed into them. So it's going to be tough on Thursday. They're a good side, and we can't roll over for them because they're not going to make things easy.
And for you personally, it's just a case of we've got a job to do and let's get on with it and get it done.
Yeah, I'm going to win. We have to win on Thursday, so that's what we're going to do.
And then after that, it's obviously a case of sit down the following night and just hope and pray that Salford can turn something up, like, you know, a bit like they did at Warrington the other week.
Exactly, they can do it, you know. So fingers crossed that they do, but we have to win on Thursday.
Okay, thanks very much.